But right now, my next guest is known for her roles in Extras, Afterlife and Ugly Betty, to name but a few. And she is back on our screens tonight in the latest series of Agatha Raisin. I love that. It's so camp. It's wonderful.
It's unashamedly camp, isn't it? We've embraced the camp.
We need more of that. We need more of that. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm not too bad at all, thank you, yes. Battling my way through homeschooling, and love the sentiment of Jessie just before. Yeah. Wise words she spoke.
She did. She's a good girl. Yeah. She really is.
Yeah.
So look, Agatha Raisin, third season, huge fan base, and people who love it really love it, don't they, Ashley? They really do.
Yes, they do. I mean, it's just talking about positivity. It is just such a positive vibe. It's complete escapism. I think, you know, with everything that's going on in the world at the minute and the whole kind of uncertainty of everything, I think it's a wee breath of fresh air, really.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and you really enjoy the whole process. It's like a wee family you've got there, isn't it?
Well, it really is, actually. I mean, the whole thing seems to be built on trust. The directors trust the actors to sort of play about with it a wee bit, and you know, when actors come on, it can sometimes, I think, be quite intimidating if you're coming on for one episode of something and you're having to be brazen and confident in front of a whole crew and cast of actors that all know each other. But we always just say, you know, it's a playground, nothing's too big, just go with it, just enjoy it, just have a play. And we love it when people leave and say, you know, that's one of the most fun times I've ever had in a job. So yeah, that's what it's all about. It feels very collaborative, which I think is
exactly,
nice.
Exactly. Like everything else, the fourth series right now, it's on hold because who knows when you'll be able to work properly again. Sooner rather than later, we hope. And we've been talking about this. So, we've been talking about this a lot, actually. The fact that you have to be, if you like, you know, writers have to be more creative, directors and actors. The whole, you know, it's a collaboration, as you said. Everybody has to be. But it is worrying times, isn't it? Especially for actors who mainly act on stage.
It really is. It really is. I mean, you know, I've been talking about this with friends, and there are so many of my peers and actors just starting out that are slipping through the net and are literally going to get no help. And, you know, like theatres are going into administration, insurance companies are going to struggle to insure film companies. I mean, you know, the things that the producers at the moment are having to try and sort out, you know, like how they're going to shoot things, how they're going to deal with locations. I mean, that it's all a big old mess, really, for our industry, really, amongst many other industries, really. I think everyone is going through a really unsure, unclear time at the minute.
You're right. There's not much clarity. There's not much clarity, that's for sure. Luckily we do have God bless Netflix, and of course we saw you recently in Afterlife. I mean, that must have been, you talked about doing it, Agatha is a great gig, but this is something very, very special, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's in terms of comedy, they're both at different ends of the spectrum, really, aren't they? I mean, there's so much of Ricky's humour is based on almost like the pauses between the lines and the air that travels through each line, whereas Agatha's, you know, we're putting in pratfalls and a bit of physical comedy. But, you know, working with Ricky, who I've known now for 15 years, is just, I don't know, there's a kind of little I suppose it's a chemistry, really, isn't it? That we kind of have a wee understanding with each other. Yeah. But he winds me up on set in terms of, like, I mean, he literally, I think, sometimes makes it his motivation to try and make me laugh.
Yes.
And I sort of pride myself in going, I'm quite a stalwart. I'm okay. I'm not going to laugh. I'm going to be okay. But with Ricky, I sort of regress to Maggie from Extras a little bit when I'm around him.
No, I know what you mean.
Socially.
I do know what you mean. That's brilliant. That's exactly what you were talking about. Exactly what you were talking about.
I know. And I did go like 15% faster to try and
just to try it. Yeah, I know. I
remember going way back to Extras, and there'd be scenes in that where it was like, did we get through it? Were the lines all sort of in the right order? And that'll have to do, because we're really not going to get it any better than that. There was even a day when Ricky went, the first can't say action, because that was making us laugh. So the first ended up going, just go when you're ready, just whenever. And then that would make us laugh. But he would say things like, I'm going to raise my finger in the middle of the scene and that will make you laugh, like some kind of wizard. And I'd be like, no, Ricky, I won't, I'm fine. And then we'd be doing the scene, and then he'd go, oh. His finger would come up and I would be on the floor.
It sounds like it sounds like a brilliant life, and like you said, the two of you have got this kind of shorthand now between both of you, but it works. And there's going to be a series 3 again. We don't know when. Hopefully he's sitting as we speak. Yeah. He's sitting working away and writing it,
driving away.
I hope so. I hope so, because that is very, very special and being an enormous hit. We saw there we saw some shots there of David Bowie. I mean, that must have been extraordinary to do that, and he was so good.
Oh, he was amazing. It almost didn't feel real. I mean, at that time in my career, I had been, I suppose, a jobbing actress, and I considered myself successful because I was able to support myself as an actor. Yeah. You know, I never went into it to be a famous person. I went into it to be able to support myself in my chosen line of work, and I did a lot of theatre, and I had a mortgage, and you know, so this was the first time that I was actually surrounding myself with people like Samuel L. Jackson and David Bowie and Ben Stiller and Kate Winslet and Ricky, and I was a little bit kind of like, I could let this kind of overawe me, but I can't really because I've got a job to do. But I mean, I have to say, standing in a room with David Bowie was just like, it didn't feel real. And he's one of these people that I feel so privileged to have met him. Yeah. You know, and Carrie Fisher in Catastrophe, another wonderful person that I feel kind of lucky that I managed to spend a wee bit of time with both these people.
Yeah, it's incredible, and there's so much more to come. So much more to come when you can get back out there, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Absolutely.
Always a joy to talk to you. Thank you so much.
You too,
Lorraine. Ashley. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Agatha Raisin, bye my love. Agatha Raisin continues tonight, 9 o'clock on Sky 1 and every Friday on Acorn TV UK.